Okay, what's up everybody? Trax100 here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a computer on iBuyPower.com, and I'm probably going to even do cyberpower.com as well, because they're very similar in how to work. So I'm going to do iBuyPower first. I'm not going to tell you what systems are good, because I already did that once, and let me tell you, it took 40 minutes for this one video, and I'm trying not to do that. So, you can either do desktop or laptop. I suggest desktop because if I go into laptop here, you'll see that if I go ahead and click customize, there really isn't too much options besides changing processors. See, I can only go up to that, and I can only go up so far, so I can't really put that much in it. See, it's basically only one thing. You only have one choice, and that was the entire computer. That's how much you could only put in it. So I don't suggest getting a laptop, because if I go to desktop here, I'm just going to choose a random one. Actually, those say learn more, so I'm going to go ahead and click this. If you see here, there's a lot more to choose from just from clicking desktop. But one thing to note on iBuyPower is if you choose a desktop, some of them have like different deals and such, and you can get some cheaper. This is one thing that I didn't do. So if I click AMD 8 core, well, if I actually go into desktop and let's choose Intel for instance, there's all these computers here. Say that you want an Intel computer. These are all Intels, and you can customize them. And I just chose this one for the heck of it. And see, it tells you the numbers here. So where it says minus 77, it will minus that much money onto the final price. So it says subtotal. Note that shipping is not included with this title right there. Shipping for me was like $75. So make sure you include that in your system price, or else you're not going to be able to afford it, and you're going to be kind of sad. But with the case, it doesn't really matter what case you choose. Anyone's gonna work fine. I chose the second cheapest, but if you want, you can spend the extra money on one. Like this one looks amazing. Look at that. That's awesome. And make sure, guys, when you get a desktop, like when you get it, make sure that it has airflow. If it doesn't have airflow, then it could overheat. But as you can see, it's over $1,000 now just for that case. So you can minus 108, you can minus 73. In this case, I'm going to go with the lowest one. So it's either this one, which I'll choose this one for this video. So yeah, the numbers represent how much the price is. So case lighting, if you want lights in your case, it's extra $10 to $15. The one that I have has lights that come with it, so I didn't have to spend extra money for it, for the lights that come in it. For you guys, I'll choose since it's the same price, I'll choose that case that I have. This case comes with the lights in it. So these are extra ports, USB expansion systems. In my opinion, it comes with enough USB ports in the back of the computer that I don't think you need anything else. So as you can see with this computer, I can only choose Core i7-3820 processor and higher. So if I wanted to, I can get this fastest Intel processor that they have out right now for $820 more, which is quite a bit. So I'd probably just stick with this because I think that, oh crap, I can't access my tabs. Oh crap. Let me move the recording here a bit. There we go. And if I go to CPU benchmark, CPUbenchmark.net, list of CPUs, high-end CPU, and you can just check your CPUs through here. Of course, I'm not going to go through that because I've already done a computer buying tutorial, and in my opinion, it definitely wasn't the best that I've done that I could do. So yeah, I actually have to move the recording again so I can exit out of that. Okay, so crap, I can't. Okay. So you could choose anything. If the processor supports overclocking, you can overclock it, and then it says the video card and power drive. So basically with this website, it also tells you the errors that come. So if you choose something, it tells you errors. that come up. So just by seeing this, it says that I have 350 watt power supply, and I need a higher. So it says the problem is my power supply if I choose overclocking, which I'm surprised. The computer that I have must hog power compared to this processor, because 300 and like something watts, mine needed 500 minimum. That's crazy with no overclocking. So you can, this one, you have to have water cooling. It looks like you have to have water cooling. You can choose silent fans if you want. I'm not concerned about that since this is only a video. RAM, if you want to upgrade your RAM, you can. See, it has all the different speeds of RAM. RAM doesn't really matter on the performance of your computer, so I normally stay with 1600, because anything above that, you see it's $99 plus here for 16 gig, and then it's plus 66 here for 16 gig, which in my opinion I just go with this. But it's up to you on the RAM. I'm just gonna keep it 8 for the sake of this video, because 8 is basically all you need if you're a gamer, unless you're running like a server or something. This I don't think is a very good graphics card. You can either go with AMD, which is Radeon. I went with the Radeon 7850, which is good enough to me. But with this, it looks like that you get a free upgrade to the 7870. Yep, you get a free upgrade to the 7870. See, they have deals running all the time. And if you look here, it has a performance thing. So you can scroll through the different games. So Far Cry doesn't have anything. Diablo 3 Max, Mass Effect 3 Max, Star Wars Max, Elder Scrolls Skyrim Max, Battlefield 3 Ultra, Crisis 2 Max, StarCraft 2 Max, World of Warcraft Max, and that's as far as you can go. So yeah, it tells you what performance you're gonna get. All I suggest is never go with this. This is the card that I had in my last computer, and it was a piece of crap. You could not run anything, nothing. So I don't go with this. Okay, just don't. If you go down, World of Warcraft isn't really demanding, and because if you even choose this, you see you can run it on max. If you even choose the second lowest, but yet you can only run it on mid with the 6450. Don't go with it. Don't go with it. But that CPU benchmark does also have video cards that you can choose from and the different speeds of it. So you can choose it from that website. All you have to do is just roam it for a bit, and yeah. So the wow, they have the 690 out already? Holy crap. 690 will run everything at max. That's all I know. And I believe the 680 runs at everything at max as well. No, it doesn't. Huh. Okay, so the 690, and then you can go with dual 690s, which would basically dual means that there's two video cards in it, and it says notice, I need a bigger power supply, because it says 350 watts or higher voltage. So in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and go with a, let's see, dang it, okay. So in that CPU benchmarks, it told me the best price for the bank, like for your buck, and surprisingly, my Radeon HD 7850 was that card. So I'm gonna choose this because this on that website was the biggest bang for your buck. So like this gave the biggest performance for your buck. And I'm not gonna go with dual cards because you can run basically everything at max with this card. So except for Battlefield 3, which you don't, in my opinion, the difference between Ultra and Max isn't very big of a difference, just to let you guys know. So I'm gonna go with that in the sake of this video. You can choose anything here if it will let you click it. You get free stuff here, so this is free stuff. If you want to put stuff in, it's plus $0 to you, so it's free. So yeah, motherboards. You can choose any motherboard that there is here. You can choose any of them, just any motherboard that you need or want. And it looks like there's a glare on the TV. This one is the cheapest, but oh no, this one's cheapest, right? Yeah, so this one's the cheapest, and it looks like, well, Okay, so for that, the cheapest isn't always the best, meaning that you couldn't get like two video cards in it, uh, possibly. Okay, so now power supplies. Power supplies makes the upgrades in the future. So in case that you're wondering, say that you get, I don't know, this card, and you want to upgrade it in the future, and you just want to click it. Well, if you want to upgrade it in the future, the power supply is going to be your biggest problem. So say that I choose 500 watt. See, power supply is fine. Let's scroll up here and make it dual. And it says that you need a bigger power supply. So with that being said, say that you chose a very low power supply, okay, and you want to upgrade your card, like to upgrade your game performance, because video cards upgrade your game performance, like that's what runs your game. Say that you want to do that. If you have a power supply that's too low, and you just installed your video card, and you try and turn on your computer, nothing's gonna happen. It's just gonna sit there. Nothing's gonna happen. So this is the main, I don't know, upgrade unit, I guess, sort of like it powers your computer, obviously. So if you look here, for the biggest bang for your buck, which I'm gonna do here as I tell about it, which one is the biggest bang for your buck? Just by looking at it, because I already found it. Okay, so if I'm at 500 watt standard, and I go up to here, 700 watt, 750 watt, not bad, plus 37, not bad at all. But if I go down to here, plus 19 for 100 watts more for less money, that is some deal. I would go ahead and click that one. That is what I recommend. Because if I go up to that video card now, and I go ahead and click dual, there's no problem now. It can obviously run that. Say that you want a, I don't know, 950. Let's see. It can run that too. Say that you want, I don't know, it's probably not going to run 680s. Let's say that you want a 670, and you want dual. It will run that too. What about triple? No, it won't run triple, okay? And there's a problem with the motherboard as well. See, it's motherboard, so there's a motherboard problem with that as well. But you can run dual 670s with that power supply. And like I said, I'm going to go up to here and click this because it's the biggest bang for your buck. But yeah. But I definitely recommend this. It's definitely worth the 16, 17 more dollars. So I didn't know that because I didn't see that at the time. I don't think that was on there at the time that I bought my computer or registered it, because it takes about a week or 8 days. No, 2 weeks to make your computer, depending on the complexity of it. So, and then it takes like a week to ship. So it took like 3 weeks, and that wasn't on there at the time, and I definitely would have chosen that. Definitely. So now we're on to hard drive. Obviously, the space that is on your computer. Like the default is 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte means 1,000 gig. A terabyte's 1,000. So 1 terabyte, and then you can, for $85 more, you can get 2 terabyte working together. I don't see why you'd want to do that, because it'd be cheaper just to get a 2 terabyte hard drive. So yeah, why not do that? Or you can get 2 1 terabytes, one for storage and one for data security. And you can also do that with the 2 terabyte. But I'm just gonna go with the 1 terabyte for now, just because it's gonna be cheaper. SSDs, because if you look here, it says SSD. That means, what should I say it? Solid state drive. With that being said, they will last longer because they don't have pins. They probably won't have crashes, and they're definitely, what's the word for it? Robust. They're more robust, meaning that they don't destroy easily. Say that you drop your computer, that's probably the one thing that wouldn't break. But if you did drop your computer, the hard drive would probably be the first thing to break. uh, or the video card. That one would probably break too. But data hard drives, right now it's clicked on none. But if you want to add like 3 TB and stuff like that, see, it tells you how much stuff, so you get to go through your computer and choose it. And yeah, then you can choose your optical drive or DVD drive. You can either put like Blu-ray in it, or just have the normal DVD drive, which is what I did. And the DVD drive that it comes with looks very like it'll last a long time. Like it's very firm. That's what I would explain it as. And then you can choose a second one if you want. So say that you want a Blu-ray one in the top and then just a normal one in the bottom. You can do that as well. So yeah. Meter display, I have absolutely no idea what this is. Touchscreen fan, temperature control, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Okay, so this is the 12-in-1 internal flash media card reader. This means that, like, say that you have an SD for your camera, an SD card. That will read it, so you can put that in there. I'm going to put it on none because it's not necessary to run. Sound card, if you want to put a sound card in, you can. I didn't. I kept it on 3D surround sound on board. But if you want to enhance your sound, go right ahead. You can choose it. Network card, I believe this is... I chose it because I thought it meant LAN, but it isn't LAN. That's probably... I think right now, I'm not 100% sure, it means faster Ethernet. So now that that's all over with, you're making computers done. So I didn't see this before when making my computer, so I chose that. It's either Windows 7 if you want it, an extra DVD, so say that like your computer gets hacked and you have to delete everything. And you don't have Windows 7 anymore because you deleted everything. This is an extra card. I think it's a one-time use, and you just put it in the DVD drive and you can set it back up. Or if you want hard drive only, which is $100 cheaper, yeah, you can do that. And then keyboard, standard, standard keyboard, I think it's fine. Mouse, I love the mouse, absolutely love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. Headset, you know what headset is. Monitor, in my opinion, I wouldn't buy it from here because I just bought one and it's coming tomorrow. I wouldn't go ahead and buy anything from here because they're super expensive for the price, because you can find deals online. Second monitor, and then monitor cable. Wow, that's actually pretty good. 30 feet DVI to HDMI cable. That's not bad. Yeah, so speaker system, if you want to choose speakers, you can. External hard drives, if you want an external hard drive, you can go ahead and do that. 500 gig or 750 gig. I'm going to eventually buy one, but I don't suggest buying it from here because it's pretty expensive. USB flash drive, 8 gig, 16 gig, 32 gig, 32 gig. I don't know what to think of that. Adapter. Any extra things for your computers are here. And then service and support, and it's basically warranty and stuff. And custom engraving, so you can engrave if your case allows it. So, with that being said, there's a summary over here, or product details. It tells you the case, there's no case lighting, there's no noise reduction, there's no internal expansion, tells you the processor, and let's see, power drive, none, so it's not overclocked. Cooling, liquid cooling, normal. 8 gig of RAM, tells you the video card, and it's a free upgrade to 870, which will run anything. For your video card brand, tells you your motherboard, power supply, hard drive, data drive, optical drive, second optical drive, flash media reader, meter display, sound card, network card, anything that you just went through. It tells you all of that right there. So if you want to go back and change it, you go ahead and can. With that being said, that's pretty much for iBuyPower. You can do the same thing with AMD. It's the same thing, but AMD is definitely cheaper. By definitely, I mean like $200 cheaper when you make your computer. And just one more thing, like I said, if you find out what all your product specs are, I recommend going through each one of these Crap. Everything. I don't know when it stopped recording last. Basically what I said is, say that you went with Intel, go through your, just go through it and find the cheapest one for what specs you want. That's basically what I said, and that's, you can go through your thing. Second, again, that's basically it. That's iBuyPower for you, and it's probably going to be like $75 to $50 shipping on laptops. Keep an eye out on it, because a new video card did come out for the laptops. 680M. It's be fast, more powerful than the computer I have now, if you got that. But yeah, I don't think they have it now. But laptops don't last as long, let me tell you that. So let's go ahead and go to CyberPower. So Google, hello Google, CyberPower. Enter. As you can see, I went to here before, and let's see. I don't like the setup compared to iBuyPower. Intel gaming desktops. Let's go ahead and do that, and go ahead and click this one. So this is set up a lot different. So as you can see, you don't get as many. Well, you do actually. The setup's just a bit different. It's like backwards. As you can see, this was over here on iBuyPower, and these little dots, I think we're over here. No. Okay, but anyway, it's basically the same idea, like the same setup, but just a different format. See, it has all the summary that you have for your computer, and it tells you the numbers again, but they're not as visible because it's red. So if you want to choose a different case, you can, but you have to click on the dot. You do. You can't just, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the cheapest one, which I went ahead and did. So this is the cheapest one, and if you look here, there's also another cheapest one. This one looks pretty cool for what the price is, so I'm going to go with this one. And it tells you here the FPS of everything. So if you go to Firmark benchmark, you get 40, and then it tells you the FPS of everything. On extra Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you get 62 frames. If you look, there's only like 2 frame difference between normal and extra. StarCraft 2 on Ultra is 67, but that's all it gives you, so it's not really as much as iBuyPower. But I'm not favoring either website. I'm not. I just go with the website that's cheaper, and I thought iBuyPower was cheaper. But that was just my opinion. And let's see, I don't even know what the price is. Like, okay, 967. It's actually pretty cheap. So let's go through here though, because I don't know what the specs are, and I can't call it cheap until I don't know the specs. So same as iBuyPower right there. Lighting, same. Fan upgrade. That wasn't in the last one, but you can upgrade your fan, I guess, if you want. Noise reduction, that was in there. So you can either go, these are all the Intel stuff that you can choose. This is the highest one, and you can decrease. I don't suggest going below the Intel i3770, because you get more multitasking performance with this. So with that being said, this is made basically solely for gaming right here. I suggest going with the i7. i7s, don't go below it. Overclocking, you can't overclock with the thing I just chose. So you can either go with liquid cooling, or if you want to minus 20 bucks, you can go with certified heatsink, which is what I would do. But it does cause more noise, for granted, it does. Let's see here. Motherboards, you can choose your motherboard like the last one. And your smart technology, I don't know what this is. I honestly don't. Oh, it looks like drives. Okay. They look like SSDs by the size of them. So those must be SD cards. I guess I'll go with, yeah, this 8 gig RAM. 650. Okay. So the 650, not bad. Let's go ahead and do the same as the last one so you guys can get a price difference. So it just went up to 987. That's actually about what I paid in iBuyPower, but for AMD. And this processor is better. So you can get video card 2. So this shows you video card 2. I don't know if, let's see, if I get this, will it come up with an error? Power supply error. So it looks like that this website is a little bit weird to me. It's a little bit weird. It'd be fine with 500 watt there. And then look, now the FPS is in the 90s and 80s and 69. I'm sorry about that. Video card 3, you can go up to video card 3, and then power supplies here. So let's see, 850 watt. So I'm looking for the best price 850 watt because that is what we put in the last computer. So it looks like this is the best for that. And we went up to 1057. Hard drive. This one's on 2 terabyte. We had 1 terabyte. We had this one. We had nothing else here on SSD. And we had none there. High definition audio on board. Yep, sound card. And yeah, so that's the price right there. It looks like it was cheaper here. And so if you I guess it is cheaper on this site. So if you want to go to this site, you can. If you get a normal 500 watt, it's $70 cheaper at $964. That's how much it basically was for my computer, actually. And pretty much the same specs, I have to say. But I just did the specs of the last computer. But it looks like that this site is definitely pretty good pricing for what you get. Let's see, if I go up to the 7970, yeah, it looks like that you need 570 watts. Wow. This thing doesn't use power that much. Go with Intel if you're trying to save on power. That's what I'm going to tell you. Trying to save on power, go with Intel. It's only using 570 watts. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. So basically, you could just go to 600 watts. Yeah, for $4 more. 600 watts, and then satisfy your computer's hunger for power. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Well, hope this helped you and making computers on a website, like modifying them on a website. These are the 2 that I know of. I don't know any others. But yeah, you can choose your case. It's basically everything is customizable. That's basically it. See, you can go with Intel or AMD, and AMD is definitely a ton cheaper. Gaming notebooks. That's laptop. So if you want to go with laptops, you can. That's basically everything I have to say. I know this got a little bit long, and I'm sorry for that. It's definitely not as long compared to the last one I recorded, because I didn't go through and explain to everybody what was a good computer or not. I just went through the same pricing and told you basically everything was on here. I didn't tell you, well, I suggested stuff to you, like don't get that. Well, you can if you want, but it's, what, $70 cheaper. But anyway, see you guys.